Welcome to the English Listening Lab, your journey to mastery. Hello and welcome, everyone, to the English Listening Lab. I'm truly excited and happy that you have chosen to join this very important session today. This video is not like our usual lessons. It's not just a review of vocabulary or a grammar drill. Today, we are starting a masterclass, a deep, focused lesson on the most critical subject that defines your success in English and in every other area of your life, self-mastery. The message is clear, direct, and non-negotiable. Don't waste your life. For those of you listening, this monologue is a fantastic tool for your English improvement. To become truly proficient, you need to hear real, meaningful speech that challenges you. The language here is carefully selected to be practical. The sentences are constructed to be clear and easy to follow, and the vocabulary is immediately useful in your daily conversations about goals, ambition, and work. Think of this as your high-level listening comprehension practice combined with the strongest motivation you will ever receive. I urge you to use this video in 3 specific and active ways to maximize your learning. 1. Listen carefully and actively. Focus not just on the words, but on the rhythm and the flow of the English language. Try to understand the main idea, the feeling, and the intention behind every section. Remember, comprehension is the first step to fluency. 2. Read the text. Use the on-screen text to see the important words and how they are used in full sentences. This connection between listening and reading is essential for long-term memory. Pay close attention to the linking phrases and transitional words we use to connect ideas. 3. Practice speaking and repetition. Choose a few powerful sentences that resonate with you. Sentences about taking action or facing fear, and try to repeat them out loud, matching my tone and pace. This active repetition is the best way to improve your pronunciation, build your confidence, and make these phrases a natural part of your personal vocabulary. Today's focus is on action, time, and success. These are the pillars of a great life. Learning the correct, powerful English to talk about these concepts will not only motivate you to change your life, but will also make your English conversations much more powerful, articulate, and interesting. So, please take a moment. Put away your distractions. Close your other tabs and applications. Give me your undivided attention for the duration of this masterclass. It's time to stop just existing in your life and in your English studies, waiting for progress to happen. It's time to start living and start mastering your journey, both personally and linguistically. The worst mistake we make is believing that we have enough time. We think we can delay the important things, delay the hard work, delay the tough conversations, delay the dedicated English study, and that the future will somehow fix it. This is a fatal mistake. We are not here to talk about temporary fixes. We are here to talk about a fundamental, permanent shift in your mindset. Let's begin this journey. Let's start the masterclass on taking back control of your most valuable resource. Pillar 1. Time is life. The 86,400-second gift. Listen to me very carefully. The first and most essential truth you must internalize is this: time is your life. We often use the simple phrase, time is money, but this is a very dangerous half-truth, and it is a massive understatement. Money is a renewable resource. If you lose it today, you have the ability to earn it back tomorrow or next year. Time is completely different. When a minute is spent, it is gone forever. It is irrevocably lost. You cannot buy it back. You cannot store it in a bank for later. I want you to truly internalize this idea. Every single morning, without fail, you receive a free gift of exactly 86,400 seconds. You cannot save any of them. You must spend them. The way you choose to spend these seconds is, quite literally, the way you choose to live your life. If you waste time, you are not simply being lazy. You are destroying pieces of your only life. A lot of people think they are just killing time when they scroll on their phones for hours or watch content without a clear purpose. But you are not killing time. Time is killing your potential. Every single hour you spend doing something that does not help you grow, learn, or build is an hour you have stolen from your future self, from the person you desperately want to become. The toxic lie of later. The biggest enemy to your English fluency, your goals, and your life is the small, quiet, and persistent voice that says, I will do it later. I will start learning those new English verbs later. I will finally hit the gym tomorrow. I will work on my side business next week. This word, later, is a promise you almost always break. It is a comfortable lie you tell yourself to avoid the discomfort of starting a hard task right now. The hard, undeniable truth is, later almost always means never. Why does this happen? Why do we endlessly procrastinate? Because starting is hard. Starting new habits requires willpower, energy, and a willingness to be uncomfortable. We wait for the perfect time, but the perfect time never arrives. Life will always be messy. You will always be a little tired. There will always be a few small problems or distractions. You must internalize this key principle. You don't need to feel motivated to start. In fact, you must learn to start in order to generate motivation. The most difficult part is overcoming inertia, that initial resistance to change. Once you take that first step, read one page, do 5 minutes of speaking practice, write one paragraph, you break that resistance, and it becomes much easier to continue. If you want to stop wasting time, you must fundamentally change how you view your schedule. You must give your most important tasks a non-negotiable home in your day. This is a technique called time blocking. You don't just write a list of things you might do, you schedule specific time slots. For example, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., deep English listening and review. This is a non-negotiable appointment. You must treat this time like the most important meeting with the most important person in your world, and that person is your future self. Think about the long-term cost of delay. Every time you say later, you are making an interest-free loan to your laziness, and the debt keeps growing. Your dreams are not going to happen one day by hope. Hope is not a strategy. Let's look closely at the 4 ways people spend their time. We call this the priority matrix, and understanding it is key to protecting your life. 1. Urgent and important. The crisis zone. These are crises, immediate problems, and last-minute deadlines. You must deal with them, but if you spend too much time here, it means you are living in constant stress and reacting to life, instead of planning it. 2. Not urgent and important. The focus zone. This is your future. This includes things like long-term planning, learning new skills like dedicated English study, building strong relationships, exercise, and reading. You must spend the majority of your time here. This is where value and growth are created. 3. Urgent and not important. The interruption zone. These are often distractions or requests from other people that feel urgent but add no real value to your life. For example, many unnecessary emails or phone calls. You must learn the most important word for this zone: no. 4. Not urgent and not important. The waste zone. This is the most dangerous zone. This includes endless, purposeless scrolling on social media, excessive gossip, or watching shows without clear enjoyment or purpose. This is where your potential quietly dies. You must eliminate this time entirely. Remember, you are not too busy. You are simply making excuses. Your dreams don't care about your excuses. They only care about your action and your consistency. Time is life. Never, ever throw it away. Pillar 2. Radical responsibility. Stop blaming, start building. If you truly want to stop wasting your life, you must face the second, difficult truth. You must stop blaming others for the problems, challenges, or lack of success in your life. This is a choice, and it is the choice between power and weakness. It is incredibly easy to find things to blame. Blame is comfortable. Blame means you don't have to act. We often hear these excuses, or we tell them to ourselves in quiet moments. My parents didn't have enough money to send me to a better university, so I can't be successful. My job is bad, and my boss is terrible, so I feel stuck and I can't leave. The economy is terrible, so it's impossible for me to start a business right now. I just have bad luck. Success is for other people who had an easier start. Blaming other people, bad situations, or simply bad luck gives you a temporary feeling of relief for a few minutes. It allows you to feel like a victim, which is a safe, known role. But let me tell you honestly, blaming does not solve problems, and it does not change your life. Blaming is like standing next to a broken car and shouting, "It's not my fault the car is broken." Maybe it's true that you did not cause the damage, but the car is still broken, and you are still stuck on the side of the road. You cannot move forward until you accept the situation and start fixing the engine yourself. The power of radical responsibility. When you decide to take radical responsibility, you immediately take your power back. This is the definition of a powerful person. This is crucial. Taking responsibility does not mean that every single bad thing that happened to you is your fault. It simply means you accept that your life, right now, is 100% your job. You are the only person who can truly fix it, change it, or significantly improve it. Think about the most successful people you know or admire. Very few of them started at the top. Most of them started with nothing. No money, no special education, no clear connections, and often no help. But they all had one essential quality. They refused to be victims. They had the discipline to say, "I don't care what I didn't get. I don't care what happened to me yesterday. I will stop waiting for help, and I will create something amazing from nothing, using only what I have right now." The person who wastes their life is a victim. They look at a difficulty and immediately look for someone or something to blame. The person who succeeds is a builder. They look at the difficulty and immediately start looking for the smallest, most immediate thing they can build or fix today. If you constantly say, "I can't speak English well because I didn't live abroad," you are the victim. You are giving your power to a past situation you cannot change. If you say, "I can't live abroad, so I will read one new English article every single day and practice speaking for 15 minutes with an online partner," you are the builder. You are using the present to change the future. The difference between these two people is a single choice, a single decision. You can choose to use your past pain or lack of resources as an excuse to stop, or you can choose to use it as fuel, the powerful energy that drives you forward and makes you strong. Always choose to be the builder. Practical steps to become a builder. 1. Own your narrative. Your past is an important part of your story because it made you who you are today, but it does not get to control who you will be tomorrow. You are the author of your future story. Stop reading the old, difficult chapters and start writing the new ones, starting right now. 2. Turn problems into projects. When you face a difficulty, do not just think about it or complain about it to your friends. Stop. Write down the problem clearly on a piece of paper. Then, write down one small, concrete solution or action step you can take today to move away from the problem. Action removes the fear and uncertainty that come with problems. 3. Use pain as fuel. When you feel angry or upset about your situation, do not let that strong energy be wasted on complaining or worry. Take that emotional energy and use it to work harder. Use it to study English longer. Use it to build better things. Remember, the most powerful successes are built by people who were once told they were not good enough or could not possibly do it. 4. Accept imperfection. A builder starts with the materials they have. They do not wait for the perfect hammer or the perfect weather. If your English is B1, you use B1 English. You do not wait for C1 English to start speaking in public. You start now with what you have. You are not unlucky. You are not weak. You are simply not using your own incredible power. You have the power to change everything, but it starts with one hard choice: taking full, radical responsibility. Stop looking behind you at what went wrong. Start looking forward at what you can build today. Your life is your job. Start the work now. Pillar 3. The comfort zone trap. Escape it now. Now we move to the third great killer of human potential, the comfort zone. We all naturally desire the comfort zone. It is the place in your life where everything is easy, familiar, and predictable. You know exactly what will happen next. There is very little risk. There is no need for hard effort or sacrifice. It feels like a safe, warm, and cozy house. But let me give you a harsh, necessary truth. The comfort zone is the place where your dreams go to die. This is because of a universal law. There is no growth in comfort. Think about how things grow in nature. Think about a small, hard seed. If that seed stays perfectly safe and dry, protected from the cold and the wind, it will never become a strong, tall tree. It must use all its energy to break through the hard ground. It has to face the hot sun, the heavy rain, and the strong wind. It has to feel uncomfortable and push itself constantly against resistance. Only by facing these challenges can it grow tall and powerful. You are exactly the same. If your life feels easy and simple right now, you are probably stuck or stagnating. The wall of fear. The wall around your comfort zone is not built of bricks. It is constructed with concrete blocks of fear. Fear of failure. What if I try to speak English with a native speaker and I make a big mistake and I feel foolish? What if my new business fails completely after I invest all my savings? Fear of judgment and embarrassment. What if people laugh at me when I try something new and different? What if my friends or family think I am strange for working so hard on my goals? Fear of the unknown. What will really happen if I quit my safe but boring job? What happens after I finish this difficult training? Will I be happier? You must understand this. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is an essential, fundamental, and unavoidable part of success. Every truly successful person you see or read about has failed many, many times. Far more times than you have probably even attempted to try something new. The important difference is that they did not stop. They did not hide. They treated the failure like a hard but valuable lesson, and they immediately tried again with new information and more knowledge. If you want to achieve fluency in English, you must speak. This means you must make mistakes in public. If you want a better body and strong health, you must feel the temporary pain and burn of the gym. If you want a better, bigger life, you must take calculated risks and face uncertainty. The danger of stagnation. If you are not growing, you are stagnating. Stagnation is a slow death for the spirit and the mind. It means you are staying exactly the same today as you were yesterday, and that means you are slowly getting worse, because the rest of the world and all your competition are always moving forward and improving. Practical steps to escape the trap. 1. Create daily discomfort. Every single day, choose at least one small thing that makes you feel slightly scared or slightly uncomfortable. This is your personal, daily training for courage. For example, start an unexpected, small conversation in English with a colleague or a shop assistant, even if you are unsure of the grammar. Send that email you are afraid to send. 2. Adopt the fail-forward mindset. When you fail at a task, do not get angry or upset with yourself. Instead, smile and say, "Good. I just learned a new, better way not to do it next time." Fail quickly and fail proudly. The single most important thing is to have the courage to try again immediately. 3. Introduce novelty. You must break your established, comfortable routine. Wake up 15 minutes earlier than usual. Take a completely new route to work or the gym. Read a book on a subject you know absolutely nothing about. Small changes in routine break the feeling of being stuck and open your mind to new possibilities. 4. Embrace the hard path. When you have two choices, one easy, one hard, always choose the hard path. The hard path is where you build strength, character, and discipline. The hard path is where the growth is. Your comfort zone whispers sweet, dangerous lies to you. It says, "Stay here. It's safe and warm. You can start tomorrow." But over time, staying safe becomes the most dangerous thing you can do. It leads to profound regret and a wasted life. Everything you truly want, your big dreams, your fluent English, your financial freedom, is waiting for you outside that comfortable circle. Step out now. The risk of trying and failing is always smaller than the devastating risk of never trying at all. Pillar 4. Willpower is action. Master your feelings. If you do not actively train and strengthen your willpower, your temporary feelings and fleeting moods will control your entire life. This is the fourth key pillar of self-mastery, and arguably one of the most difficult to achieve because the battle is fought internally every few minutes. If you allow feelings to lead your decisions, your true potential will remain locked inside you and used and wasted. And I must tell you a fundamental truth about human psychology. Feelings are often liars. They are poor, unreliable long-term guides. Think about the classic scenario that ruins many good intentions, especially those related to learning and self-improvement, like learning a complex language such as English. The alarm rings at 6 a.m. Your feelings whisper, "I don't feel like waking up early. The bed is so warm and comfortable. I deserve 5 more minutes. I'll start my new routine tomorrow, when I feel more rested, really." It's time for dedicated study. Your feelings whisper, "I don't feel like studying English today. My brain is tired, and I'm worried about the future perfect tense. I'll be much more productive next week when I have more energy and focus." It's time to work on a challenging project. Your feelings whisper, I don't feel like doing that difficult project right now. I'll just check social media first for a quick break, just 3 minutes, to clear my head. If you consistently choose to follow these comfortable feelings, your life trajectory is predictable and negative. You will stay in bed. You will eat food that makes you feel bad later. You will watch too much passive content, and you will endlessly scroll through apps. You will effectively be giving your great future away to your mood of the moment. You will be living a life of constant reaction to ease and comfort, rather than a life of deliberate creation, challenge, and growth. The definition of power. Willpower is an action, not a mood. Willpower is not a feeling. Willpower is an action. It is the inner strength, the discipline, that allows you to execute the right thing, the necessary thing, the difficult thing, even when you don't feel like doing it. It is the invisible bridge that connects the ambitious goals you set on Monday with the hard, uncomfortable work you must perform on Thursday afternoon. It is a common mistake to believe that successful people wake up every day feeling 100% motivated and happy to work. This is a complete myth perpetuated by social media and unrealistic stories. Successful people are not always motivated. They are, above all else, disciplined. They wake up and do the work because they made a promise to themselves, an unbreakable, non-negotiable contract with their future self. They show up to their studies, their work, and their exercise even when they are tired, sad, or feel completely defeated. They perform the work not because it feels good at the moment, but because they understand the supreme value of consistency and the power of choice over temporary mood. Willpower is like a muscle. You must train it daily with resistance. You are not born with perfect, ready-made willpower. Like any muscle in your body, you have to train it every single day through small, incremental acts of resistance. If you don't use a physical muscle, it becomes weak and soft. If you don't use your willpower, your inner discipline becomes weak, and your default habits become lazy and destructive. The goal is to intentionally seek out small opportunities to practice willpower, treating every small choice as a meaningful training session. Start small, win micro battles. You must choose one small, specific bad habit you want to stop, or one small good habit you want to start, and win that small battle every single day. Example: decide, I will stop checking my phone for the first 45 minutes after I wake up. Instead, I will use those 45 minutes for deep English listening practice, silent reading, and note-taking. This is a small, clear victory, but it strengthens your willpower muscle far more than any long-term goal planning could. The promise is sacred. Keep your word. This is the most crucial rule for building self-trust and discipline. If you promise yourself you will study English for 30 minutes, you must do it, no matter how you feel, how busy you are, or how many distractions appear. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your self-trust grows, and your discipline gets stronger. Every single time you break a promise to yourself, saying, just this one time, your self-trust drops, and your discipline becomes weaker and weaker. You are teaching yourself that your own word is unreliable, which is a dangerous lesson. Do the hard thing first. Eat the frog. When you start your workday, study period, or morning routine, do the hardest, most uncomfortable task first. This is famously known as eating the frog. The hardest thing is almost always the most important thing for your long-term success. When you complete the hard thing first, you immediately build powerful momentum. You remove anxiety that would last all day, and the rest of your day feels easy and productive by comparison. This is a powerful mental trick to boost your discipline. Manage the environment. Don't rely on brute strength. Don't rely solely on your willpower to fight constant environmental battles. Be smarter. Make the environment easier for your good habits and harder for your bad habits. This is intelligent design. If you want to study English, put your phone in another room and turn the Wi-Fi off on your computer. If you want to stop eating fast food, simply do not buy it at the grocery store. Design your environment so that success is the path of least resistance, not the path of greatest struggle. Practice delayed gratification. The key to adult success: the weak self wants pleasure now. The instant satisfaction of social media, sweet food, or immediate rest. The strong self understands that the greatest rewards come from delaying gratification. Willpower is the ability to say, I will not have the small, temporary reward now because I am building the much larger, permanent reward later. This skill is directly linked to success in all areas of life, from investing money to mastering a complex language. The battle is happening inside your head every moment. Your weaker self, which loves comfort and excuses, against your strong, disciplined self, which loves goals and growth. You must acknowledge the weak voice without ever giving it authority. Your mind will constantly test you, screaming, I can't. I'm tired. I need a break. But your strong inner voice must calmly and firmly whisper, watch me. I finish what I start. My commitment is stronger than my mood. The day you master your willpower is the day you take full, non-negotiable control of your life and your learning process. Do not let your feelings be your boss. You are the leader. Pillar 5. Starve the distractions. Feed your focus. In the modern world, your ability to achieve and maintain focus is your single most valuable asset. It is even more valuable than money, formal education, or raw intelligence. Why? Because you need sustained focus to truly learn English grammar. You need focus to build a successful career, and you need focus to master any complex skill. If you do not actively control your focus, your phone, the internet, and the constant digital noise will eagerly control it for you. Ancient wisdom tells us that we have two wolves inside our mind that are constantly fighting for our time and attention. One is distraction, the easy path of instant pleasure, and one is focus, the hard path of meaningful creation. The wolf that wins the battle for your time and energy is the one you consistently feed. The distraction wolf, the thief of time and energy. You feed the distraction wolf when you mindlessly scroll social media for hours, consuming low-value content that doesn't actively help you grow or contribute to your goals. This is often called junk food consumption for the mind. Check your phone every 5 minutes because your mind is constantly waiting for a notification or a small hit of dopamine, the pleasure chemical. This trains your brain to need constant small rewards. Engage in excessive gossip, talking about other people's problems instead of working on solving your own challenges. This is a major energy drain. Binge watch endless TV shows or videos without a clear, defined goal or purpose, trading valuable, irreplaceable hours for temporary, forgotten entertainment. Every time you feed this wolf, your brain becomes lazy and accustomed to low-level, continuous stimulation. Your attention span gets shorter and weaker. Your motivation goes down because your brain gets tired of switching tasks. Your big, important dreams become smaller and less urgent than the temporary, easy satisfaction of distraction. You become an addict to instant gratification, and an addict is never truly free. The focus wolf, the creator of value and legacy. You must deliberately feed the focus wolf. You feed the focus wolf when you engage in deep work, tasks that require your full, undivided attention, like complex English translation, essay writing, or structured conversation practice. Learn something new and difficult that expands your knowledge and skills, such as mastering advanced idioms or specialized vocabulary. Read a demanding book that challenges your mind, forcing you to think critically and helps you grow personally or professionally. Build a new project, a new skill, or a new positive habit that creates lasting, long-term value. If you give your full, concentrated focus to one important thing for just 1 year, 365 days of consistent, deep, uninterrupted effort, your life will transform in ways you cannot imagine. This is not magic or a lottery win. This is the direct, predictable result of discipline and undivided attention. Focus is the powerful engine of high-quality output and sustained achievement. Practical strategies to feed your focus and starve distraction. Cut the noise and create digital boundaries. Your phone is not your friend when you need to focus. It is the primary source of endless interruption. Turn off all non-essential notifications permanently. When you need to study, put your phone in another room or inside a time-locking box. Say no firmly and politely to unnecessary requests or meetings that steal your focus time. Protect your time like a fortress protects a king. Use the Pomodoro Technique and time boxing. These methods are excellent for training your brain. Use the Pomodoro Technique. Work for 25 minutes with full, deep focus on one single task. Then, take a quick, active 5-minute break. Repeat this process 4 times. This technique teaches your brain that it can concentrate for short, manageable periods, and those small victories build your focus muscle over time. Also, use time boxing to dedicate specific, non-negotiable blocks of time for focused study. Schedule time for distraction. Control your urges. If you constantly feel the urge to check social media or watch videos, schedule that time. Instead of checking your phone whenever you feel the urge, block out 15 minutes in the late evening for distraction time. This way, your distraction does not control your day. You control your distraction. The urge will come, but you can mentally tell yourself, I can wait until 7 p.m. That is my scheduled time. This is a powerful exercise in delayed gratification. Create a focus environment. The mind-body connection. You must have one specific place in your home that is only for learning and deep work. This place must be clean, comfortable, and quiet. No eating, no watching TV, and no gaming in this spot. Your mind will learn to associate this physical space with concentration and high-quality productivity, helping you enter a state of flow faster. Batch similar tasks. Minimize context switching. Do not switch between different types of tasks, like English study, then email, then finances. Your brain loses a huge amount of energy, called context switching cost, every time you switch. Instead, batch similar tasks together. Do all your English reading practice for 1 hour, then do all your email responses for the next hour. This increases efficiency and maintains high-level focus. Practice digital sunset. Implement a rule to stop using all screens, phone, computer, TV, at least 1 hour before you go to sleep. This allows your brain to calm down and process the information of the day, leading to better sleep. which in turn dramatically improves your focus and willpower the next morning. Your dreams, including your goal of English fluency, need your undivided attention. Stop trading your big, important future for a little bit of temporary, cheap comfort today. Starve the distractions. Feed your focus. That focus is the powerful engine that will unlock the English fluency and the impactful life you truly desire. Pillar 6. The rule of 1%. Act consistently, not perfectly. Many ambitious people fail not because they are inherently lazy, but because they are addicted to the idea of perfection. They spend too much time planning the perfect moment, too much time thinking about every possible problem, and too much time waiting for the perfect day to start. They want their study plan to be absolutely perfect, their English accent to be flawless, their business idea to be revolutionary. They think too much, analyze too much, and, consequently, they do nothing important. The truth, which is difficult for perfectionists to accept, is this: one small, imperfect action taken now is infinitely better than 100 perfect plans saved for later. Perfectionism is simply procrastination dressed up in a nice suit. This principle is called the rule of 1%. It is a simple, powerful, and scientifically proven idea. You must try to get 1% better every single day. Not 100% better, which is impossible. Not 10% better, which is often exhausting. Just 1% better. This is small, manageable, and sustainable. Think about what this means in practice for your life and your English studies. Don't try to learn 100 new English verbs and 10 grammar rules today. That will lead to burnout. Learn 5 verbs well and immediately use them in 2 different, active sentences. That is your 1%. Don't try to run a marathon tomorrow. That is reckless. Run for 15 minutes without stopping, even if it feels slow. Increase that time by 1% tomorrow. Don't try to read an entire professional book in one night. Read 10 pages and understand them completely, making notes of 5 key sentences. When you are 1% better every day, this growth might seem very small and insignificant at first. It will be invisible for weeks. But the result is huge over time. Over the course of 1 year, 365 days, if you consistently improve by 1% daily, you become approximately 37 times better, 3,700% better, than when you started. This is the magic of compounding interest. The money you earn on the money you already earned, but applied to your effort and your skills. This is the incredible power of consistency. Consistency, in the act of doing something often and always in the same way, regardless of how you feel, what the weather is like, or how motivated you are. Consistency is exponentially more important than motivation. Motivation is like a short, powerful, but unpredictable storm. It comes and goes like the weather, and you absolutely cannot rely on it to build your future. Consistency, however, is like the sun. It rises every single day at the exact same time, whether you are ready for it or not. You must choose to be the person who is consistent. You must be the person who shows up to the work, even when you feel tired, bored, or severely distracted. Practical steps to embrace imperfect action. Stop overthinking, start doing. The 5-minute rule: take your big, scary goal, like achieving advanced English fluency, and break it down into a ridiculously small, easy task that takes 5 minutes or less. For example, write one simple question in English. Watch one short YouTube English video without subtitles. When a task is too small and too easy to fail, you are much more likely to start it immediately. Build momentum. The chain of wins. When you finish one small task, you don't just finish the task, you get a small, powerful shot of dopamine and a feeling of success. This good feeling is called momentum. It gives you the immediate psychological energy to do the next small task. Success is not a single finish line. It is a continuous, unbroken chain of small, daily wins that you must not let snap. Accept imperfection as your teacher. You must give yourself permission to be bad at the beginning. Your first English conversations will be full of mistakes in grammar and pronunciation. Your first attempt at anything new will be clumsy and messy. This is completely normal. This is how you learn. Mistakes are not a reason to stop. Mistakes are not a sign of failure. Mistakes are your teachers. The person who never makes a mistake is simply the person who never tries anything worthwhile or challenging. Use trigger habits. Habit stacking. Connect the small new habit you are building to an old, established, automatic habit. For example, after I finish drinking my morning coffee, old habit, I will immediately study 5 new English vocabulary words, new habit. Before I open Netflix, old habit, I will speak 1 English sentence out loud, new habit. This creates a strong, automatic chain of consistent action that bypasses the need for willpower. You don't need to be perfect to begin. You just need to begin to eventually achieve greatness. Action shapes your reality. Start with that 1%. Start today. Pillar 7. You versus you, the real battle. Finally, you must clearly understand and accept where the real, daily fight for your life takes place. Your biggest enemy is not outside. It is not your difficult boss, not your friend who constantly distracts you, not the bad economy, and not your bad luck. Your biggest enemy is you. The real, life-defining battle for your future happens exclusively inside your head. It is a constant, continuous war between 2 powerful parts of yourself. 1. The weak self, the voice of comfort. This part is lazy, fearful, and loves immediate comfort. It tells you to quit, to rest excessively, and that it is okay to be average. This voice is loud, persistent, and offers easy answers. 2. The strong self, the voice of discipline. This part is hungry, disciplined, and inherently brave. It tells you to work, to grow, and to fight for your dreams, even when it is painful. This voice is quiet, often ignored, but always right. This internal conflict is the central battleground of your life. Every single small decision you make during the day, whether to pick up the English book or the phone, whether to eat healthy food or junk food, is a vote for who you want to be. When you choose the easy way, you feed the weak version of yourself. When you choose the hard way, the disciplined way, you feed the strong, successful version. The dangerous lie of comparison. Many people spend their lives losing this internal battle because they are constantly distracted and depressed by comparison. They look at the carefully curated lives of other people on social media or at work and think, what is fundamentally wrong with me? Why is my life so messy and not perfect like theirs? This feeling of comparison is a dangerous killer of your confidence, your self-esteem, and your peace. It stops you from appreciating your own hard work. You must remember this powerful and liberating truth. When you look at others on social media or in magazines, you are always comparing your messy, unfiltered behind the scenes, your full life with all its challenges, doubts, and worries, to their polished, edited highlight reel, only the best, happiest, and most successful moments. You see the person who bought the new, expensive car, but you don't see the years of crushing debt or the long, stressful, exhausting hours of unfulfilling work that were required to buy it. You see the person speaking English fluently on video, but you don't see the 1,000 hours of lonely, frustrating practice, the hundreds of embarrassing mistakes they made, and the difficult late-night study sessions they chose instead of resting. You see the finished product, but you completely miss the long, difficult process that created it. Comparison is a thief. It makes you blind to your own incredible progress and the unique strength you have already built. You forget how much you have already grown since you started. Focus on your own race. The only competition is you. Your path is unique. You are not late. You are not behind schedule. You are on your own unique timeline. A massive oak tree and a small flower grow at completely different speeds. You cannot compare them. Both are beautiful. Accept your speed and your process. Measure against yesterday. The only person you must be better than is the person you were yesterday. Did you learn one new English idiom yesterday? Did you wake up earlier? Did you follow your time block schedule? That is winning. Focus fiercely on your daily, 1% improvement, not on someone else's final, perfect result. Fight for every small win. When you feel tired, fight. When you feel lazy, fight. This is a constant war, and it is you versus you. Win the small battles. Get out of bed. Open the English book. Finish the task you promised to complete. Every time you win a battle against yourself, you become a stronger version of yourself. The moment you start winning the battle inside your own mind, everything outside of you changes. You stop needing motivation from others. You stop caring about external validation. You become confident. You become powerful. You become unstoppable. You have the power to change the world, but first, you must win the war inside your own mind. Final call to action, your unforgettable story. So, we have finished this powerful masterclass on the most critical subject. Don't waste your life. We have talked about the irreplaceable value of your time, the non-negotiable power of radical responsibility, the dangerous trap of comfort, the need for trained willpower, the focus required for modern life, and the unstoppable power of consistency. Now, we come to the final, most important step. We don't want you to just listen to new English vocabulary and feel motivated for 1 hour. We want you to immediately use this new knowledge to transform your life and accelerate your English fluency. Listening is passive. Acting is powerful. This video has provided you with a wealth of powerful, practical English vocabulary and useful B1/B2 level sentence structures. Here are some of the key takeaways and powerful phrases you must immediately incorporate into your life and your internal dialogue. Time is your life. A powerful, non-negotiable statement of fact. Later almost always means never. The command to stop procrastination. There is no growth in comfort. The reason to seek discomfort. Willpower is an action. The definition of discipline. You must accept radical responsibility. The decision to take back power. The only person you must be better than is the person you were yesterday. The focus rule. Your immediate, non-negotiable challenge, action plan. Your English fluency is the first place you must apply these life-changing lessons. Don't wait until tomorrow, next week, or next month to practice these new ideas. Act now. Immediate action is the antidote to hesitation. Practice speaking. The Builder's Challenge. Find a mirror or open your phone's voice recorder app. Use one of the key phrases from this video and explain it in your own words for 1 full minute. For example, I will not waste my time today. I will focus on my English because I know that later almost always means never. This is essential. This forces you to use the new English actively and converts passive listening into powerful speaking confidence. Time block your English. The discipline challenge. Take 30 seconds right now and schedule your next 3 English study sessions using the time blocking method. Make them a non-negotiable appointment in your calendar. Do not let anything, a friend's request, a sudden urge to scroll, interrupt it. You must honor this time. Identify your 1%. The consistency challenge. What is the single smallest, easiest thing you can do to improve your life today? Is it doing 10 minutes of flashcards? Is it deleting a distracting app from your phone? Identify that one thing and do that one thing right now as soon as this video ends. If you want to achieve genuine, lasting fluency in English and build a life without the heavy burden of regret, you cannot just hope for it. You must work for it. You must be disciplined. You must show up and fight for your time, your focus, and your goals every single day. We believe in your power here at the English Listening Lab. You are powerful beyond your current imagination. You are not just a student. You are a builder of your own life and the architect of your own fluency. Final sign-off. Join the English Listening Lab. If this deep, powerful message helped you, if you learned new, useful vocabulary, or if you felt genuinely motivated to change something critical in your life today, then please don't wait for later. Take action now to support your own future. The English Listening Lab is here to help you build the English fluency that makes your biggest dreams possible. We create new, important, and useful content every week to help you in the battle for your time, your focus, and your mind. We are committed to your growth. So, please, hit the like button right now to support this channel and this important message. And even more importantly for your own growth, subscribe right now and turn on the notifications. Join our exclusive community of active, focused learners who are committed to real, measurable growth, not just comfortable, passive listening. Don't wait for a better time. Don't wait for a better feeling. Act now. We will see you next time in the lab. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep speaking. Goodbye for now.